So, you want to hunt South Dakota, do ya? Okay, fine. It's birdie nirvana. But just be prepared. Take the good with the, well, you know, win.
Rooster Tales, presented by Pheasants Forever.
Welcome to the show. Rooster hunting on public land often gets a bad rap, but it's not always the case. As Bill Shirk found out, a little hard work can go a long way.
Out of the big city and into wide open spaces. Exactly why I love fall hunts. Today we tackle a 6-hour drive out of Minnesota and into South Dakota. And yes, I've got the boat on the back. You'll eventually understand.
Look at the pheasant right there. Do you see it flying? There he goes. Big old rooster. That is a good sign. They tell us it's going to be, for November, pretty warm and sunny. We'll see.
By dark, we hit our home stretch. We're headed to a hunting lodge called Thunderstick.
See the deer? Welcoming committee for us. Buck. Wow.
During pheasant season,
The place is hopping.
Thunderstick becomes the place to be.
We pull in the middle of nowhere. We have friends.
Yeah.
We've come to meet these guys, Pheasants Forever South Dakota Contingency. Inside, more buddies.
What's going on?
That's Brian Kelvington,
Eric, what's going on?
and that's Eric Carlson, friends of mine from Federal Ammunition.
Well, we hunted Aberdeen a week and a half ago, and we had 40-mile-an-hour wind and snow, and it was just miserable. So there's going to be flipping immaculate.
We'll see come sunup.
Not enough people do this. Sound deer.
After coffee and eggs, we've got about an hour to burn, and the Federal boys are itching to pull the trigger.
It's like that scene out of Reservoir Dogs, slow-mo of all the guys just walking.
Pull it. Pull it. Get it up.
We got smoking barrels.
It's about legal hunting time. Time to chase the real thing. And we've got the inside scoop this trip.
Jim Ristow is an old friend of mine from Pheasants Forever, and he knows of a piece of public land, so we're gonna sneak out there and do a little hiking. Now, the rumor is it's kind of gnarly, steep hunting.
You hear that? It's like the Olympic theme song playing. Hunt 'em up, Mojo.
Today we wrestle the bird, but we end up wrestling another challenge too.
So we get into the hunt. The wind is absolutely howling. I'm thinking like 30 miles an hour. It's just blowing hard on us. And it's just like the wind eats at you. It just digs, it just grinds.
Pushing up towards those cedars again.
Talk about cities being full of people and overcrowded. Look at this. Problem is we're about this big in an area this big trying to find a couple of birds.
There's one in here.
10 in front of us. Just booking in that wind.
My expectations were simple. You're gonna see a lot of birds. You come to South Dakota, you're gonna see a lot of birds.
Think of Eric's trip as a little R&D. See, he's on the team that designed Federal's Prairie Storm pheasant ammunition. Put simply, Prairie Storm is the most wicked pheasant shotgun shell ever invented.
Eric was assigned a task to come up with a pheasant load that would revolutionize basically pheasant hunting. He took the concept that we were using for black cloud, tweaked it for pheasant hunters. It gives you an advantage, plain and simple.
Sure would like to find out, where are the birds?
Welcome to gnarly South Dakota, right there. We're here and we're going there.
Here we go.
I feel it. Gotta be a bird. And there it goes, pen. Pen.
And it's downright tough hunting. And then all of a sudden we get a flush.
Rooster!
And then we get a second flush.
Good shot.
And then we get a third and a fourth. And all of a sudden this South Dakota hunt is starting to look pretty promising.
Whoa, here. I lost his tail feathers. Yeah. Public land pheasant hunting.
Well, we found birds. Numbers are obviously down. If we're just picking a piece of public and doing some walking, they were around.
Rooster Tales is brought to you by Franke Guns, Mountain Dew, B&W Trailer Hitches, Watson Hunting Camp, and by Star Bank. This segment of Rooster Tales is brought to you by North Dakota Tourism. Start your journey at NorthDakotaLegendary.com.
South Dakota might be North America's pheasant capital. But this morning, about the only thing we experienced was wind. Lots and lots of wind.
We're going to move to a piece of public that's right down along the Missouri River.
This is just a surreal backdrop for a hunt. I mean, look at how big that Missouri River is.
We're hunting the Lewis and Clark Trail. How cool is that?
We're walking. We're not sure what we're going to find out here. We think there are going to be some wild birds. All of a sudden, it happens.
Oh, rooster!
Spot 2 looked birdie.
Where's he going?
From the minute we got out of the trucks, you could tell that was birdie territory.
That thing got up and was gone.
30 seconds out of the truck, what I fanned,
Today's hunt throws us off our game. Wind and tough birds.
Look at the roosters behind us going, roosters, roosters. That's a pheasant condo right there. You can see all the droppings and the feathers. This is where they go at night. Get out of the way for the predators. So at some point today, either now or towards sunset, they'll be coming back in here.
You know, I've heard rumors there's billions of birds out. And, you know, we set up that first morning. We seen beautiful scenery, but we didn't see many birds.
Good.
And then as we went and hunted different spots, we seen more birds.
Rooster! Oh, tickled him. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Boy, there are a lot of birds in here.
Jim gets on birds. He drops a few. Brian's over here. He's snapping shots at birds. I'm back in the deep stuff. I'm popping shots. It got crazy for a while.
There you go. Rooster! He's down. One more.
Rooster!
Good God.
Rough grouse hunting.
Nice ringneck. Good tail. Good spurs. Probably a 2-year-old bird. And the best. Alrighty.
This is about the wildest South Dakota hunt I've ever had.
Rooster!
We found birds. We just had to work for them and work hard. Is he on point? Oh, look at that. No way.
It was an awesome afternoon hunt. We found a beautiful shed. We found dozens and dozens and dozens of birds.
Ready?
There are some hunts that you kind of forget about, the memories just sort of dissolve together, but this is one of those hunts we're always going to remember.
Rooster Tales is brought to you by South Dakota Tourism Huron, the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club, Scent Killer Gold by Wildlife Research Center, Cannon River Ranches, Bonfee, and by Lupient GMC.
Today's tip is about talking about joining a dog club, and really whether you have a retriever, a pointer, maybe even a spaniel, there's a lot of dog clubs out there, and the reason for joining that club is you're going to get with a group of people that have probably in a lot of cases way more experience than you do, and what a better way to learn how to train your dog than getting with a group of people that have really pretty much been there and done that.
Yeah, the key thing is people with like interest. Another thought, Tom, is training equipment. When you're new in the dog world, there's a lot of things you don't have. They're fairly expensive, and you'll find that in these organizations, there's people with this equipment that will let you use. There's people there at all levels. You'll see, like you said, this advanced dog, so you'll know what's expected of you down the road, and it helps you to get a perspective of that as you begin to train. There's also people there with young dogs, so that they'll be your peers. They'll become friends for life, I'll guarantee you.
And the whole idea, don't be intimidated when you go there, because everybody was a new member at one time. They understand what you're going through, but take advantage of the resource. I mean, it's invaluable.
And there's always people in these clubs that are looking for new people on the grounds. They want new members. They'll be there to welcome you. So more on this topic and others, go to our website.
Who says man created the color blaze orange? Long days on the South Dakota prairie lead to nights back at Thunderstick Lodge, a place where food is an event. No, seriously, it is. Tonight, it's pheasant.
The food has been phenomenal.
We're having dinner, and my brother called and he says, "Where are you at today?" I said, "Well, I'm out in Chamberlain." And he goes, "What are you doing, fishing?" I go, "Brad, I work for an ammunition company. I'm out here pheasant hunting." He goes, "Oh, are you gonna go fishing?" I said, "Bill brought the boat, so yeah, we're gonna go chase some walleyes on the river."
Hey, we are so close to the famed Missouri River, like they say, when in Rome.
I got a tip from Inside Buddy here in town, so we're going to go down to the river and see if we can find a few fish. Do you know how it goes? I like to pull the fishing boat on a lot of these trips. This is why. If we can get them, we're going to call it like the South Dakota Grand Slam. All right, so we got a load of roosters.
Cast and blast.
Yes, this is the cast portion of the blast. If you look straight up the river, as far as you can see, that's where we were hunting. Just kind of seems like the wind loves us. It follows us wherever we go. Don't give up with your jigging. Make sure that thing's moving.
Come on, Wally. Fish on.
Uh-oh, doubled up.
Who gets it in first?
Sauger. See the spots on the fin? That's how you know he's a sauger and not a walleye.
Bill's got one.
It's a better one.
There's a better fish.
Little better. Might be a 15-incher. Let's see.
I'll get the net ready.
You want to talk about the best feeling around. I'd say that one is going in the bucket, and it's our first walleye.
Nice.
See that? No spots. You see the white tip on the fin? Woohoo!
Yep.
I love it. This is just so magical to be able to come and do this.
Bill, I hate to give you too many compliments, but you're doing a good job on the boat control, because whenever my line is vertical, I'm getting a bite.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
There you go, Eric.
Yeah?
That's a better fish.
Yeah.
That's a netter.
Yeah. There we go. You guys aren't gonna net that for him? Man. They've gone sour in the back of the boat. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad you're on my team.
Yeah, so far I thought. Crowd is over. Still feel good about myself. Yeah. 15 3/4. So that's an eater. Missouri River eater right there.
So it goes on a windy South Dakota afternoon. 2 days into this trip, we've got birds in hand and fish in live well.
Well, that was easy.
Tonight, we rest. Tomorrow's a big day. You'll see why. You'll see why.
Rooster Tales is brought to you by Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light Beer. Visit Pierre, South Dakota. Brown's Hunting Ranch. Purina. And by Stillwater Motors.
Come evening at South Dakota's Thunderstick Lodge, heavy hunting days take a toll. But we grind on.
Fire back up. Fire up, Coach.
Foosball. I got my butt kicked playing foosball.
Okay, I lied. By 10, we collapse, which is funny because by sunrise, coffee's on and we're already out of bed getting ready for our hunt. Today, we're chasing roosters on a classic Thunderstick gentleman's hunt.
When you hunt a Thunderstick on their property, it's a social hunt. Today we're hunting with a group of guys that are out of Denver and Indianapolis. We've never met them before, but already I can tell we're gonna have a good time with these guys.
Guys from Denver, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, and you know what? We all have the same common bond.
Well, except for the guy with the pink bow in the hat. See him?
So Bill, he's wearing this pink ribbon on the back of his hat. Turns out they've had so much shooting during the trip in South Dakota that he actually showed up in the morning with a pad underneath his shoulder because he's so sore.
That will earn a pink ribbon every time.
So his nickname is Pinky. And that's the fun of these kinds of darn hunts.
Everyone kind of hunts together. It's a bit of a crowd, and you tend to have a few long shots.
There were a few hail moments out there.
Rooster! No bird, no bird. Boo.
Some of those guys today, we got them on some of our Prairie Storm, and they were taking really good shots. And you can see their confidence was building.
They felt like they were taking more birds because of those shells.
Oh, good shot.
Kerry's story guides us. He's been a Thunderstick staple a long, long time.
I've never lost the thrill of watching somebody shoot their first pheasant.
Rooster!
The excitement, the build-up to the explosive flush is, I think, part of the lure of the whole thing.
Especially when his hunting buddy tags along. Yeah, that dog, he's 9 years old and a black Labrador retriever. And the thing about him, if you watch, he runs some darn crazy patterns.
More of a group, you know, building together and shooting when they come. And even when the bird comes up, everybody's sort of helping themselves and helping each other get the bird. It is. It's fun to be on a team.
Yes, coming to a place like Thunderstick isn't exactly like laying on a beach somewhere with a cushy drink. It's work. The hunts are intense, but really think about it. That is why we come.
Rooster!
You guys will be sitting at a desk looking at some budget that seems impossible.
You'll be thinking about that bird going through the trees in front of you. Boom!
My boss will like
That was awesome.
It's the lure of pheasants, specifically hunting them in the best place on earth to do so, South Dakota.
What's the slogan in this state? Experience the rush of the flush? Yeah, that's what it's about.
Rooster!
And that's a wrap. That's a hunt. Actually, that's a darn good hunt.
If that doesn't make you want to grab your shotgun and hit some public land, nothing will. Well, it's time. We've come to the end of the field. Remember, this land is a gift that we all get to enjoy. Take the time to introduce somebody new to the field, and good luck hunting.